12 Angry Men is a movie where 12 jurymen are put in a room to decide one boy's fate, life or death, whether he killed his father or not. They agree. He's guilty. 11 of them agree. Juror number 8, portrayed by Henry Fonda, says, "We can't decide that on the first vote. We have to give this kid some time." He says, "He may be guilty, but he may not be. We have to decide that. There may be room for doubt." He remains thoughtful. He said that because he's thoughtful. There may be room for doubt. Well, yeah, and pretty soon he gives evidence of what that doubt may be. And throughout this all, he remains calm. All the 11 other jurymen say, "Why won't you just vote guilty?" And they're all angry at him. Well, he remains calm and gives his evidence in a calm manner, not being condescending to anybody, but just stating facts, which is something I do. I think about it. You think about each situation. What are the causes? What are the effects? What are the possibilities that led to this thing? You have to think of everything. You can't make assumptions. Secondly, he was emphatic. He thought about this boy. What would it be like to be in a situation to have these 12 men have them decide your fate, life or death? He says, we have to give this boy some time, and he's fair. That's what he's being. He's being fair, which is what I try to do to all people, is to give them the benefit of the doubt and say, give me your side of the story. And thirdly, he is an intelligent thinker. He's an architect, which you wouldn't really assume much from that, but an architect has to be creative. They have to think of new things and analyze how this will work with this in this setting, which is what he does. He thinks about all the evidence that's been given, and he thinks about, well, what could have happened, what may have happened, which is what he does. His first evidence, the knife, they say, oh, it's a very unique knife, couldn't find another one like it. Well, he went out and did. He proved it to them, what if? The L train noise. The old man under the room said, I heard the boy say, I'll kill him, I'll kill you. And then a thump, meaning the body. Well then, at that same moment, the lady across the street saw through the passing L train the boy stab his father. Well, it was said that the L train was incredibly noisy. You couldn't hear a thing. Yet the man heard the thump. He also calculated how the old man could get from his bedroom when he heard the thump all the way to his front door to see the boy pass through the hallway. He analyzes the situation to the minute detail which is needed in a situation of life and death. He sows the seed of doubt in each man's mind. And he finally starts to persuade them that, maybe this kid didn't do it. We can't put this kid to death for a maybe. It takes him a while. But soon he persuades one, and then two, and then a few others, until only the most headstrong people are left to persuade. And pretty soon it comes out that they have their own reasons. And as he becomes the leader and a spokesman for these other people who begin to formulate their own ideas, what ifs. And he just they start the idea, but he kind of keeps it rolling. And he helps persuade the others, which is what he does. He becomes the leader for the group of dissenters. And he finally, at the end, persuades them. Maybe this boy isn't guilty. We can't kill him. We can't sentence him to death. Juror number 8, I can relate to. I can say, we gotta think about this. We can't decide. We have to think before we decide. We have to think of all possibilities. Yet we have to remain fair. We have to think about how it will affect everybody. remain emphatic to all. And you have to analyze it. And then you have to be able to come up with the facts so you can persuade others. You can't just say, well, I said this, you should believe me. You have to give them information, evidence that says, you know, this is why I think what I do, which is what he does, which is what I would do in that situation, I believe. You analyze it, which is something I'm good at. I analyze situations, and it's what I do. So juror number 8, he finally persuaded all the men in that room that we made a decision, and that decision is not guilty.